with us here on the QN98 Gold. We appreciate it. It's also where you find our video. Make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube channel because it does some cool things with the algorithm and all that stuff, so we appreciate it. Also, you'll get notified when we go live. Portion of the show is running brought to us by 95 Bravo, your gun shop at 110 South Main Street in Otterburn. Visit them Tuesday through Saturday, veteran-owned and operated. Visit online at 95bravollc.com. Be sure to like them and follow on Facebook. Also want to mention our friends over at Another Season in DeMott. Visit Another Season, 605 North Halleck Street in DeMott. Need a gift for any reason, head to Another Season, and they will be glad to help you out. Some great stuff there for everybody. They got cool signs. They got cool picture frames. They just have lots of gifty, cool things. They've got little different packages for dips and things you can make. They also have forever flowers, all kinds of great stuff at Another Season in DeMott. Visit anotherseasonfloral.com. Be sure to like Another Season. Follow them on Facebook. All right, Chrissy Martin, we were talking earlier today about Pat Sajak's replacement, which will be Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
Much to the dismay of Chrissy Martin. She is not happy about this. She wants Ryan Seacrest to just go away already.
No, he's fine. He's just, he's vanilla. He's wallpaper. He's the most safe choice ever.
Yes. To replace vanilla. I mean, Pat Sajak is
Sure.
vanilla. Like you're when you run out of vanilla ice cream at home, you go and buy more vanilla ice cream. It's
This is true.
I mean,
this is why I hate vanilla ice cream. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's fine. You could, yeah.
My husband only eats vanilla ice cream.
See?
It's so irritating. It's like there's so many other options. Why do you only want vanilla? That's so dumb. Why do you want to put yourself in this vanilla box when you can have all these other options? Ridiculous.
We'll dive into the psychology of all that a little bit later on.
But I like vanilla.
Yes. No, you are not allowed to like what you like. You have to come up with new things. And read this entire menu.
Yes.
No.
Read the whole menu.
No.
For the love of Pete.
The city of Philadelphia wants you to help them name their public restrooms.
All right.
Why in the world do we need to name our restrooms? Why?
I don't know. I name everything, so I get it.
Oh, that's true you do. Okay, so what would you name the like let's say we were going to name the bathrooms here at the radio station. We'll give them names. What would you name the bathrooms?
I don't know why, but Peter Pooper. It's the first thing that pops in my head.
I know why. I can explain to you why.
All right. Peter Pee-Pee. You're going to be like, I'm going to the Triple P. I'll be back.
He picks a peck of pickled peppers. He does.
There you go.
He does. Oh, my.
It's double if you name it Peter Poo-Poo. You could be like, I'm going pee-pee, and it's double entendre. Pee-pee, Peter Poo-Poo, and pee-pee. It totally works.
I just want everyone to know I now have a recording of Chrissy Martin saying pee pee poo poo. I have that forever and ever. Forever and ever.
I mean, it's got to be obvious if you're naming the bathroom. Okay.
I'm such a child.
Yeah.
Oh, that just killed me. And some of that cough, by the way, is also over the wildfires, so just be careful out there. Both Chrissy and I are coughing. She wants to believe it's psychosomatic. I believe it got into her lungs, and she doesn't want to face that reality. Oh, my. Oh, I just got to double check I was recording. I was. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, and we're on video, so we're fine. Okay,
all
good.
right, yep.
I just wanted to make sure that I got, that one got me. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense for the men's room, but we can't call the women's room Peter Pee-Pee. So
okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what you would name the women's room.
All right.
You got one?
No. I was like you said, you name everything, so I was just going to let you have at it. I was just going to let you do your thing, and let you be the one.
The water closet. I like that.
That's the water closet. I was sure you'd just go with some regular name, like I don't know,
I mean, it depends on what it is.
Jocelyn. I don't know. Like, I mean, just like, just you would just pick a name.
Yeah.
You name everything, like
Sure.
all kinds of inanimate objects. You name regular names.
Yeah.
We get to the bathroom, you go with Peter Pee-Pee.
It could be Jocelyn Johns.
Oh,
That's the one.
Yes, there you go. All right, yeah.
Jocelyn John's closet.
Yeah,
because
sure.
it's fancy. It needs
The
3
water
names.
closet. Yes. Wanda's water closet. That's
you
what
go.
we'll call it. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm going to put the names on the doors.
Okay. I like it.
I don't know. I don't really know why they're doing this in Philadelphia.
Okay.
The 3 options that they have are flush with a PH.
I like it.
Philly Lou, like Philadelphia and the Lou.
Oh, all right.
And Philly Public Restroom. Lame.
Yeah.
That's as lame as
How about Philly water closet?
Philly water closet. Yes, I like.
Fill your water closet. Philly, fill your water closet.
I liked Wanda water closet. I think that was good for the ladies' room.
All right.
Wanda, get the female name in there, and water closet.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
I was trying to think of Pamela Powder Room. Because you ladies never like to say you're going to the bathroom. I mean, you say it to me because you and I are close like that. But
Sure.
yeah.
I think I. I think I say it on the regular. No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What? That you're going to powder your nose?
No, I don't say powder. Who's powdering anything? There's no powder involved.
It's
no
what the
powder.
ladies. It's what the ladies say when they're going to the loo.
What ladies?
The water
Who
closet.
says that?
The
Nobody
lady-
says that.
The ladies and all the fancy things that I watch.
Oh, all
Yes.
right.
They say, "Oh, pardon me when I go powder my nose."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Anybody who's saying powder their nose has got 17 layers of clothing on before they get to it. They're
Maybe-
Victorian. And
Maybe they are. I don't know. All right. None of that's why you called. By the way, head to the Touhyville Show Facebook page. Let us know if you're in a couple. Do you use 1 blanket or 2 blankets? I say 2 blankets. Chrissy says 1 blanket. So if you want to be right, vote 2 blankets. If you want to go with Chrissy, go with 1 blanket. That works. 8 rules for healthy arguments. This was an article on CNBC, one of the 603,402 different websites that I went to yesterday to find fun stuff for us to talk about. Everybody would talk about this. It was really big in like the 80s, like late 80s, like fair fighting in a relationship, and all the Dr. Phil types, and it would be an episode of Donahue, and it'd be.
I was gonna say, was Dr. Phil even around in the 80s?
No, it was more of a Donahue thing, and
Geraldo.
and, yeah, well, Geraldo, there was no fair fighting. It was just everyone
No,
was
it
just
was
fighting
just
each
okay.
other. Yeah.
All right.
But like Donahue or Oprah, or
Okay.
like you had
Ricky
these-
Lake.
Ricky Lake would talk about fair fighting. That was probably the 90s
No,
too.
they didn't
yeah.
talk about that.
No.
There were no. It
No, was that like Jerry Springer?
not as bad, but
Similar,
couple,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
similar.
So 2 relationship experts came up with a list of 8 rules for healthy arguments. If you're a fan of Married at First Sight, you might recognize their names, Dr. Jessica Griffin and Dr. Pepper Schwartz. Do you watch Married at First Sight?
The name's Dr. Pepper.
It is Dr. Pepper. I didn't even get that. Yeah. There's no way if I sat down for my first session and she'd be like, "So Steve, tell me a little bit about what's going on." I'll be like, "I don't know, but for some reason I'd like to be a Pepper too."
I mean, what else can you be? Your
Right.
name is Pepper. You've got to be a doctor.
That's right. That's right. It's yeah. Jason says, "Good morning, Stephen Chrissy." Good morning, Jason. So yeah, I don't watch Married at First Sight. I know Cheryl does. Is that one of the
Never heard
shows
of
that you
it.
watch?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay, it's a show where the doctors set 2 people up based on their interviews and their things and stuff like that, and decide that they'll be a good couple. So it's like an arranged marriage. They meet
Oh.
at the altar to get married.
Oh. Is
Yep.
it a real? They're really getting married?
They're really getting married,
Ooh.
and then they. I think they go through a 90-day thing, maybe a 6-week thing, something like that.
Oh.
And then, through the show, and then they decide if they want to be married anymore.
Huh.
At the end of the show, they decide,
Okay.
like whatever, 6 weeks or however long it is, they
All
decide,
right.
do you want to get divorced or do you want to stay married?
Could they get an annulment? They have to get a divorce. Seems like I don't know.
I don't know the rules,
Okay.
but I think
Sure.
if they've done some things,
Oh, well,
they've
any hoodles.
consummated.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Then I don't think you can get an annulment.
Sure, yeah.
If you've canoodled. You know.
Okay.
And I
Well.
don't know that they do canoodle, but most of the time they would canoodle when I would see the show.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
I don't watch now.
Yeah,
But
I've not
when
heard of
Cheryl
it.
and I were married and she would watch all the time, it was
Yeah.
on in the bedroom, and I would try to fall asleep, and I would go, ugh, how do you watch these shows? There was a lot of that. So,
Sure.
but anyway, these doctors put together a list of 8 rules for healthy arguments.
Okay.
Chrissy has been married for a long, long time. I couldn't hold a marriage together for a long, long time, so we'll see which of us we agree with these things. So,
Okay.
top 8 ground rules for healthy arguments. Be honest, but not cruel. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Sure.
I think that's a good idea. That's just a phrase for life. If you can be
Yeah.
honest and not cruel, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
No name calling or shaming. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Again, so far, 2, good for life.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Number 3, your goal is to resolve things so you can move forward, not to win the fight. I think that is one of the hardest things for people to do in any kind of environment.
Okay.
I think so often, and I'm using my thumb here,
Mm-hmm.
we want to be right.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't care. No, I don't think I care about being right. I think about, moving on, making progress, fixing the problem.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's your way, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not perfect. Not by a long shot.
I'm kidding. Let's see. Number 4, never quit in the middle and storm out. They say it's okay to ask for a short 20-minute break, though.
Oh, I've never been mad enough to storm out of anything.
No?
So,
No? No?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
If I'm,
And you worry about my sneezes exploding me?
If I'm that mad, I take a second and I count down from 10 and I recollect my thoughts.
All right.
Yes.
Well, some people
before I do anything, bananas.
Well, some people need to count down from 20 minutes. So they say a
All
20-minute break is, not to storm out, but to take a. All right. Everybody go back to their corners.
Yeah.
Everybody slow down.
Just remember, you cannot return words. Once they're out, they're out.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's,
you cannot undo words. So you should really be methodical and think about what you say.
I use the plate analogy all the time.
Yeah.
That you can break a plate and you can glue it back together, but it's not the same plate.
Right.
It's not as strong as it was before that. Yes. Number 5, always assume you both want the same thing to connect and improve your relationship. Yeah. I think that's something that young couples sometimes have trouble with when they're trying to figure things out. They sometimes forget that they're on the same team.
Oh, yeah.
You guys realize you're on the same team. Like,
Yeah.
You're, you might not want the same thing, like as far as wanting the same thing, like a messy house or a clean house, but you do want the same thing as far as you want your relationship to go forward the right way. So
right. You have to decide every day, do you want to continue this?
Well, like what was yesterday? Yesterday was Decide to Be Married Day. Yeah.
It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
It is work every single day.
Right. You have to decide, do I want to leave the dishes in the sink or do I want to let her do them? And every day we decide we want her to do them. Every day we decide.
So you were home all day. You couldn't have unloaded the dishwasher? No.
It's all the way over there.
Yeah.
It was on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm. It's not that I don't go to the other side of town. I just wait until I'm on that side, and then I do all the things because I'm efficient.
It's not that big. It's like walking across the room.
Yeah.
Number 6, take the stance. It's you and me against the problem, not you against me. That's what I was literally just saying. Like it's whatever the problem is, it's you and I against the problem. Mm-hmm. Like the dishes, it's you and I against the problem. It's just that you happen to be closer to them. So I'll just let you do. You happen to be right there. You're right over there. Yeah. Right there.
So close.
Yeah. Number 7, try to use I feel statements instead of blaming each other.
That one's super important.
Yes, and it's really hard to remember in the midst of an argument, but it is important. Mm-hmm. It's also just really hard to do it. You know, because I catch myself doing it all the time, and then later I'll go, "Oh, you used the wrong words." Like I do it, I do it on the regular. I do, I will walk away from something afterwards and go, Oh, this is what I wanted to say.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
As the moderator of arguments, I have tried to make sure that we say, I feel. Not that you did. I feel this way when you did blah, blah, blah.
When you say the moderator of them, like, do you mean like
sibling fight?
like with the
breaking
children?
up the children, yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's so much easier. It is way easier. I've decided, and this is not a knock on psychiatrists, but it's way easier to figure out people's problems when you're not in them. It is so much easier to see the picture from the outside.
Yeah.
As a parent, way easier to figure out an argument than when you're in one. Like, you know,
right, yeah.
it's
but
way
not
easier.
blaming each other is huge.
Sure, sure. But saying, you know.
And communication in general, because when you say I feel, it's like, well, I can't control that you feel that way when I said blah, blah, blah.
Well, and that's, you know, the author that I follow, Simon Sinek, talks a lot about the idea of you're not, your point isn't heard, and I'm paraphrasing, but you're not heard until the other person says you're heard. If that makes sense. Like, you can keep saying a thing, but until they hear it, you know, their perspective is the way they hear it. So just because you mean it this way doesn't mean that's how they hear it.
Right.
So you have to keep talking until they hear it in the way that you really mean it. It's not for you to go, well, that's not how I meant it. You have to keep going through the thing until they hear it in the way that it's meant. You know, I do know that there's been plenty of times that I've been in an argument and I just go, time out, before this goes any further, this is going off the rails because I'm not communicating it the right way. So before it goes crazy, like, let's pull it back because your perspective of what I'm saying is in no way what I'm meaning to say. So whether it's I'm wrong or you're wrong, time out, because it's something's getting lost in communication here. So let's start over again with a blank piece of paper and figure out where we're going. And Alicia says, "Morning!" exclamation point. Alicia, morning to you. I do want to point out, just on a side note, you know, 3 people coming to us this morning saying good morning. Well, one saying just morning, but you know, there's saying good morning. You know, it's just a salutation. You know,
sure,
This morning, I said to Chrissy Martin when she walked in, I said, "Good morning," and she goes, "I found this thing that you're wrong about yesterday, and I'm going to show it to you, Mr. Man."
No.
No, that's not.
No.
Oh,
this is a prime example of an argument that we were having. If you'd like to air it out right now.
No, I'm totally being sarcastic. No, I'm totally being sarcastic.
Okay.
No,
yes.
no,
Yeah.
no. See, no, don't, as you would say, don't get your hackles up. I'm just
my
doing
what now?
Your hackles? Don't you say don't get your hackles
I've
up?
never in my life said that. I do not know what that even means.
Who says hackles?
What's a hackle?
I don't know. It's a hackle.
All right.
It's a hackle. Anyway, no, I'm just doing a silly radio bit. No, I was just being sarcastic. I just thought it was.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah.
Chrissy Martin didn't really come in and say that. She didn't really come in and say.
I absolutely did,
you're
because
no.
I was ruminating on something.
Right, but you didn't say it the way I said it. You brought in evidence to help me understand your point of view.
Yes.
My point is that I go with salutations. You go. I don't have time for your salutations. We've got things to discuss. I am going right to my discussion. Yes. Anyway, and lastly, state positive needs. Like, I need to feel closer to you. I need to do this.
Okay.
I need to stop being an idiot. You know.
Oh.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to say no. That's
I don't
not,
think.
No,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Yeah.
Jason says, so why is it whenever a couple is in an argument, the woman always has to bring up something that happened like 20 years ago, like as if she wants the argument to last longer?
Well, that's when you have to. Well, sorry, I totally.
No, you go right. I was not going to step in that excrement. Yeah.
So people have to learn to. There's a really good podcast if you want to seek it out. It's Dr. John Deloney. He's great, and he says you have to put down anything you're carrying with you, because you can't make progress if you're still carrying old stuff with you. So you have to put down your bricks. Like, he recommends writing whatever is bothering you on a literal brick and then putting it down, because otherwise you're continuing to carry that with you. So I don't know what this particular argument was about. It could have been something small, like but you didn't change my tire that one time or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think baggage is a big part of why arguments
Baggage.
continue.
That's a better way to put it. Yeah.
No, the bricks.
Yeah.
I think old stuff is what a lot of things come from. I mean, and that's why,
Yes.
like, that's why psychiatrists always go, they work their way back, and it's always the mom's fault. It's like, it's not really, but it's like they just keep going back and back and back. It's like,
I guess, at
yeah.
a certain point, you're responsible for your own, mojo.
I'm not blaming the moms. I'm not blaming the moms.
Yeah.
Time out. I'm just saying it's like a cliche thing, that they
Yeah.
that they go back and they go back and they go back. But it usually is somewhere you can start to hop back to go, this is where this thing came from. I saw a video the other day. I follow a guy who's a lawyer, and he talks about the different conflict resolution and stuff. And it's very funny. I've never tried it, but he said, next time you feel like someone coming at you, like oddly, like that they're mad about something, just pause them and say, are you having a good day?
Oh,
and
okay.
see if is it possible you're coming at me
Yeah.
because 2 people ago made you mad.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
something earlier today got you mad, because I would say about 80% of the time that I get frustrated with someone or something, it's lack of sleep the night before.
Oh,
About
really?
80% of the time when I'm tired,
Yeah.
I feel like which is probably normal for most people, my wick gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Well,
Like
yeah.
when I'm tired, when I haven't gotten the right amount of rest,
Yeah.
my wick is smaller on things that wouldn't. Yesterday I could handle that. Today I can't handle that.
Okay,
It's like a
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
So I think usually when people get upset, it's not about the thing that's going on right there. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
But I would say I'm usually better at the fair fighting when I've gotten a lot of rest, when I'm in my normal state, when there's 7 fires, or I didn't get enough sleep, or then you're more apt to slip into
Yeah.
the junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone should write their arguments down too.
It
really helps, honestly. Because
I
you say, I feel this way, and you look at it on paper because it gets lost in the words.
So I follow another business guy named Alex Hermosi, and he and his wife run the business together. And they said when they like really get into an argument about something, they go in separate rooms and they have to text the argument back and forth,
Oh, that's smart.
because
Yeah.
now it's in writing.
Yes.
And it's and it's when you see what you're writing, it's also harder to go off the
Yes.
rails like that. You're more apt to just keep it within the thing.
Yeah.
Jason says, yeah, but if the guy happens to do that, he's told to drop it and get over it. Jason, I get what you're saying. You're being very generic, and it might be something that you might have to work through. But what Jason's saying is very cliche things. I mean,
Yeah.
and also 100% factual, but also cliche. And what did I say? Did I say something? What happened?
Sure.
What I do? No, I'm sure I'll hear about that later. Whatever.